Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac, or The Binding of Northernlion. Man, we're really going to play Samson again. Was it the last run where I succeeded with Samson? It's been a couple of days since I've recorded Isaac here. I've been extraordinarily busy for the first time in my adult life. That's actually surprisingly like half true. But I looked at the Isaac episode titles and tried to jog my memory. You know, forgive me, after like 607 episodes, things do start to blur together a little bit. I'm probably thinking of like episode 200 when I talk about, you know, what happened in the last episode, or episode 3, who knows, or episode 606. It was called Frustration, I believe, or 607 was called Frustration. That strikes me as a title I probably would not use if I was pleased with the way that things were going in that run, but I do know that I had a Samson run recently where I think I won. It's weird enough, like on the Northernlion Live Super Show on Monday, September 9th, I guess it is, given what day today is. Oh my god, Polyphemus in the first room, somebody up there does love me. Starting to believe in some kind of higher power here. But we did a race of the Binding of Isaac, like a seeded race, using Spider mod, which you can look up if you're not familiar with. Again, it's one of those things like the Binding of Isaac Northernlion mod that I think is a great service, but I can't necessarily recommend it, necessarily because of the potential piracy risks, but in any case. Yeah, that allows you to do seeded races where everybody's got exactly the same seed, or at least hypothetically. It didn't really work out for us because even though I sent Josh and Nick my Isaac save, we kind of had different item generation with rerolls, which is weird. But anyway, on those runs, I had like 2 in a row of the best run I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, the second one had Mom's Knife, Polyphemus, and that's basically all you need, but also some other great stuff. And then the first run had Brimstone and all sorts of other damage bonuses, 4 different pills. Pill 1 is a luck up. Hopefully that helps me with Pill 2, which is bombs are key, which I actually do like in this situation. Pill 3, bad gas, so far so good. And Pill 4, I found pills. So I guess that was effectively a luck up. It's not the greatest trade, but not the greatest item we could get. But now Coin Purse is hopefully out of the rotation, and beyond that, presumably we have we have one more Spirit Heart. So essentially we traded a key for a Spirit Heart via that Bombs Are Key pill and then that Tinted Rock. Not the greatest trade in the entire world, but the fact that we got Polyphemus on this floor makes an enormous difference when it comes to, you know, our chances for success later, especially as a character like Samson, whose, you know, base damage is not necessarily always the best. But if we get that base damage high, then Rage has a chance to do its magic, and if Rage is doing its magic, then we probably have a much increased chance of victory. So we should be able to 1- or 2-shot enemies. Polyphemus is just, like, flat out one of the best items in the game, no matter what. Unless there is a situation where you can get, like, Polyphemus, but still, that's a Bombs Are Key, I think, which doesn't even do anything for me in this situation. Unless there's a situation, I don't think there's any situation where Polyphemus can hurt you, but there might be situations where it's, like, neutral. Like, I don't know if Polyphemus Brimstone is good because it causes you to have such an increased charge time. It probably increases your damage, but I don't know. When it comes to item interactions, I mostly leave that stuff to the professionals. And, you know, let's ignore the fact that I'm, I guess, technically, literally a professional Binding of Isaac player, at least to a certain extent, semi-professional at least. And, you know, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. I'm not an analyst for the Binding of Isaac necessarily, although I would love to do some, like, boiler-style commentary, but as the flavor personality, not as the analyst, which would require someone with a more particular set of skills, shall we say. But I could be the guy who goes like, whammy, he really dropped the ball on that one, and that would be like after he messed up with a bomb and like Super Meat Boy kicked it back to him or something. I don't know. Clearly, I've been thinking about this a lot in my spare time. 2 of clubs doubles our bombs. We will think about that. In the meantime, we have Able, which is a strange item, but one that I'm not necessarily displeased to have. We will fight against double Gertie Juniors here. These are Spirit Heart Gertie Juniors. Should mean they have lower HP and lower speed, but they drop a Spirit Heart. And of course, the real there we go. The real piss off with this fight, because otherwise you'd be like, oh, lower HP, lower speed, and they drop a good item. What's the downside for you in this champion fight? Well, the serious downside is that there's 2 of them, so they're a little bit harder to dodge. But, you know, losing half a Spirit Heart to gain a whole Spirit Heart and an HP upgrade and a deal with the devil, if there's a Mom's Knife in here, we could potentially steamroll this run. So there's a Guppy's Paw and a Lord of the Pit. I'm not, as much as I love Lord of the Pit, I can't justify it yet. But I will take Guppy's Paw, and we're going to do the same thing we do whenever we get Guppy's Paw early, and that's kind of hang on to it as an investment, and we'll try to, I'm going to use 2 of clubs right now, by the way. I know that this is potentially a bad situation because we could get more bombs later, but I want to make a crack at finding the secret room while we have so many bombs on such a small floor. It's a slot machine. I'm just going to blow it up in the hopes that we can get some of our return on investment back. Oh, that sucks so bad. I've traded 2 bombs for misery, basically. But yeah, you know, we'll use Guppy's Paw later in the game to get us to permanent Polaroid invincibility, which is really useful. So now orbitals and other items that improve our kind of offensive, defensive capability. You know, items like sacrificial dagger, items like poison touch, stuff like that, that make it easier for us to do... Oh, come on. They make it easier for us to do damage when we get hit. I will take some of those. Well, I mean, obviously I'm going to take some of those. I don't have a fucking choice in the matter, do I? I can't reroll. Beyond that, we're just going to be looking for straight-up damage increasers as well. Anything that increases our rate of fire would also be amazing. Obviously, the real downside to Polyphemus is that, you know, great item, but, you know, the elephant in the room is that we fire so slowly. So we need to really get a little bit faster on that if we want to hope to do the best damage that we're capable of doing. As is, Polyphemus is still an excellent, amazing item, even in its vanilla state, but I would love to up it a little bit if possible. So we're going to be going up against enemy whose name I can never remember, but always get hit by because I'm bad at dodging diagonally. It's like fighting a DVD player screensaver from back in like the mid-2000s. They never hit the corners. Maybe I should just stand there. Although these guys, I think, are deliberately programmed to hit the corners on occasion. Okay, I was very convinced that I was going to get hit there or there. One of these guys has got to be going down soon. And of course, this is a hard champion as well. He creates silkworms and fires bullets, which makes life harder for... Oh, what the heck? Where did that silkworm come from? I didn't even see it. He blended in with the ground. Hardly fair, is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got 2 more silkworms and then 2 more silkworms. We took a 1 hit here. Now I want to stack up as many HP upgrades as possible as well. Apparently, like, that's the Northernlion story. I want a lot of things. Tears upgrade plus more spirit hearts is okay. Recall that essentially, if I never take damage, that's kind of like getting 2/3 of an HP upgrade by way of Guppy's Paw. But I'd much rather have that stored in red heart containers where it's like potential energy that I can release all at once. Whereas, you know, we got like kinetic energy here with our spirit hearts, and once it's gone, it's gone. I want to store this energy and then release it in one fell swoop, much like a man who is saving up his ejaculate for one very impressive pornography scene. We do have a bomb that I can drop in this little corridor here, which I think is a smart idea. That is going to give us nearly enough money to go to the shop. At the very least, it's going to give us enough money that the secret room should allow us to go to the shop and buy something. Obviously, I don't want... I mean, I want the blue candle, but I want like a passive version of the blue candle, which doesn't exist. So obviously, in this situation, you can't always get what you want. So I'll be looking for a compass, ideally, or... I guess I would still also like battery or 9-volt or something like that. Little Gish is such an awesome familiar for us to get following us. It's going to slow bosses in particular. It's going to slow all enemies, but by slowing bosses, it's going to make dodging a lot easier and just attacking and killing a lot easier in general. So, we are going to look for the secret room. I'm thinking about that cursor room, don't get me wrong. We found the secret room very easily. There is a lot of money in here, enough to almost subsidize a second item purchase on a future floor. Assuming we have the keys necessary, which, you know, if we don't, we might just buy one in here. Notched axe, spirit heart, key. I think it's stupid to buy spirit hearts at this location. When we get a little bit further into the game and we're rolling entirely on spirit hearts, then I think it's a smart idea. We traded a bomb for a bomb and a spirit heart, which is an objectively good trade. And we'll save the rest of our money for a shop on the next floor because we did pick up a key as well. So, I'm very pleased with the items that we've gotten so far, despite not having rerolls. The only real disappointment beyond that coin purse on the first floor has been Notched Axe in the shop, which I don't have to buy, so I can just save my money on that one. Essentially spent 5 cents because I used a key to get in, and then spent 5 cents on a key to get out with some security and some peace of mind. So, again, very pleased so far. That was actually Catacombs, which is obviously the harder version of the Caves Part floor. Caves Part floor? Caves type floor? I guess that's what I'm going for. Now that we're on the Caves Part 2, I expect my life will be a little bit easier than it was on the last floor. I've been mistaken before. That key means for sure we will go to the shop. We will indeed go to the... yeah, battery's a good choice here. It's not a good choice in the sense that it... you know, I will buy that key as well to open the golden chest, just in case. You never know. I want to press all of our advantages. It's not going to help us with Guppy's Paw at all, obviously. This is a speed plus range increase. But if we ever end up getting rid of Guppy's Paw and picking up another item later in the game, after the womb, for example, then it could be really, really important for us to have the battery here. That was the Spirit Heart I didn't need to lose, but I'm doing okay on health right now. Obviously, as we get a little bit further into the game here, I'm hoping more HP upgrades drop, because I am in a situation where, you know, at this point, Guppy's Paw essentially is giving me a pretty terrible payout, which is not to say, you know, that it won't be useful, because it will still help me get to permanent Polaroid invincibility, but I would love to be able to cash in some more Spirit Hearts as a result of having it. Otherwise, it's not really helping me out. There we go. Perfect. That was a 5 cents well spent, I would say, in that situation. Almost an unintentional pun, but if I took credit for that, that would be pretty damn lazy in this situation. Rage is probably topped out with respect to its damage. Lump of Coal would be an awesome pickup. I can't justify too many deals with the devil in our current state. I could justify Mom's Knife, Brimstone, maybe Spirit of the Night, or other flying items, maybe if we get more HP upgrades, but really, I have to save these Spirit Hearts if I'm going to take this Guppy's Paw path, which I have essentially committed to, so there's not much I can do about it. Okay, so let's hope for another HP upgrade that'll give us a lot of strength moving into the late game. We do still have an item room to visit on this floor. It's not like I have a D6 to worry about rerolling from. Not like I could reroll it anyway. So, Little Chad is one of the least beneficial items we could get in our current build. That being said, you know, it'll be nice to have maybe for the next few floors until I give up on Red Hearts entirely. Maybe this will subsidize some Blood Bank play, and maybe by subsidizing some Blood Bank play, I'll be able to snag another HP plus speed upgrade, and maybe that'll give me 3 more Spirit Hearts, and I'll be very happy that Little Chad existed. But for now, not that hype. There's Little Chad and our deal with the devil. I was really hoping that was Krampus. I probably could have become Guppy, I guess, if I had... I might have killed me, though. I'm not sure, but obviously Guppy's an awesome ability to have. It's not really an ability, but you know what I mean. I think it would have cost us 3 red hearts, though, and we don't have 3 red hearts to give. So there is an arcade on this floor, which is interesting. I will definitely play the shit out of it. The absolute worst case... Oh, no. The absolute worst case scenario is I end up fucking myself really, really badly as a result of this. This is going to give me money to go to a future shop, by the way. But if I fuck myself really badly, I can just pop Guppy's Paw and use it to maybe make myself a little bit more survivable. I don't know. We have one more half heart that we can use here. And I'm going to take this and might as well risk it. I think it's worth it. Another HP upgrade could be super beneficial for us. At the very least, that puts us over the 15-cent threshold for the next shop. Although, I'm pretty confident that we are going to find ourselves in a situation where we're going to be running into greed on the next shop. Another key is incredibly valuable. Oh, no! Okay, thank you. Now we just... Okay. Oh, no. So stupid of me. Like, I could have easily gotten out of there, but I chose to, like, be frozen by fear instead. Like a ding-dong. Touched for the very first time. Now, we're almost done with this floor. It's actually proven more difficult than I had initially anticipated. I was really hoping to keep some of those initial Spirit Hearts that had buoyed us for so long. Hey, there's another one right there. Obviously, Miter and Relic would be amazing as well. Spelunker's Hat does allow us to find the secret room with relative ease. It's not as good as a X-ray goggles, but it will allow us to find the second secret room as well. Where is it? It must be below us? No, it must be over here next to the curse room, which means I could bomb my way out and save myself half of a Spirit Hearts. We're going to gamble the bejesus out of this because we have to. This is not the moment of truth, but it's a moment of truth for this run. If we can get some red hearts, I realize I'm taking my money situation lower than I would like it to be, but I'm doing this because... okay, we got Fly Love, and we blew that up, and we got another key and another penny. I'm doing it because I want to have the potential to get that HP upgrade. That's a big, big moment for us. The second and third secret room should be over here somewhere. Really? Did I not pick up Spelunker's Head? Oh, there's the second secret room. So I might as well open up this secret room as well as the golden chest here. It's a fortune teller, which I'm not even going to bother exploding. Tammy's Head, interesting item. Not as important as Guppy's Paw. It's not worth using Guppy's Paw yet either because we don't have the Polaroid. Tammy's Head, decent, especially I guess with Polyphemus, but you know, not that important for us. Yeah, where is this secret room? Like, seriously? This is nuts. It must be like right and up, but that doesn't seem like the right place for it. Wow, maybe there just is no secret room on this floor. Unless I missed it, in which case, you know, I apologize, but that seems very strange to me that that is not there. So, I guess we will just leave this floor. There were some positives, there were some negatives. Oh, no, we're not leaving the floor just yet. I'm going to take this red heart, and we're going to gamble the shit out of it. Again, if I end up in a really dire situation, if I'm running on half of a spirit heart, I can just roll with Guppy's Paw. It's not the best idea for us to do that, and if I can prevent it, I would love to, because obviously the spirit hearts are immensely more valuable if we have the ability to use... Oh, come on, really? Well, now every blood bank for the rest of the game has to pay out. If we have enough hearts to get it to pay out, it has to pay out with the blood bag, according to Namastack's videos. You should check him out, by the way, youtube.com/Namastack, N-A-M-A-Z-T-A-K. He does, like, really easily digestible Binding of Isaac tip videos that will probably teach you something that you don't already know. And that's not just me saying that as someone who is not familiar with a lot of the mechanics. That is me saying that as someone who is admiring some really good content that required, you know, some serious digging to eventually figure out. In any case, we're on, oh, that was the worst dodging. I'm not used to the speed upgrade yet. Excuses, I know, but still. We're on Depths Part 1. Positives and negatives continue to abound. This champion, sure, I'm cool with getting the red hearts. We're going to get them anyway because we have little Chad, as you can see. But if we run across another arcade on this floor, I would be hype as hell. We have Fly Love, I forgot, so these guys can't even hurt me, so this makes this room a lot easier. Does this affect neutral flies as well? Because if it does, we're in a much better position, I think. I was really hoping that this would be, not Gluttony. Yes, Gluttony, sorry. I was really hoping that that would be Gluttony so that oh, come on. Northernlion, what are you doing here? I was really hoping this would be Gluttony so that I could possibly snag the HP upgrade. Those are really the fuel of life at the moment, and especially now that my regular HP and my spirit hearts are kind of in dire states. Please don't fire another bomb. Good, good, good. One last troll bomb. Managed to get away. This tarot card could be important. The Hanged Man. Well, it's not like we're holding on to anything else in this slot, so we might as well continue moving onwards here. We have enough keys to go to the shop. Oh no, I can't fly! Now I can fly, but I'm trapped in hell. Okay. That was very frightening. For some reason, after I got the Hanged Man, I just internalized that I could fly forever. So I tried to fly over that gap and ended up getting myself, you know, in a pretty dire situation here. Do I really not do enough damage to kill these guys all at the same time, even with Rage fully maxed, presumably? So, yes, things looking pretty scary. It's like the Thriller music video up in here. And if I end up losing this run, I don't have anybody to blame but myself for some terrible dodging on this floor and the last floor. That is a, you know, proof positive of that. The bomb fly is moving exceptionally slowly because of Fly Love, which is very nice. There's a dime there, so now I kind of wish I saved the Hanged Man, but it's probably not going to make a big difference. This is a weird situation. We got Little Gish from an item room. So I'm not sure what Gish can actually drop for us. I think it'll just pull from the boss pool, in which case we're fairly likely to get an HP upgrade, which would be immensely valuable right now. We got another 3 boss room items still coming for us, so we're barely past the halfway point with respect to boss room items being over. Okay, try not to die. I forgot that Gish did so much damage. Good lord. If I die to Little Gish, that's going to be a very disappointing run for me and you in all likelihood. Should just use Able to do all the remaining damage. This is the most skittish I've been against against regular Gish ever, maybe. Oh, good, Pageant Boy. That's important. I can't reroll it, so I might as well take it. Thank God there was a nickel in it to, you know, justify my picking it up a little bit. Very frightening situation that is now thankfully gone by the wayside. Quite frankly, would have preferred a second Little Gish instead of what I actually ended up getting from that boss. But you know, you gotta roll with the punches. Play the cards you're dealt. Other such broad platitudes designed to make you feel better in shitty situations. You know, there's plenty more fish in the sea. There's 3 more item rooms, I guess, is the way that analogy is working here. Human popcorn should not be like a risk to me at all because all of the flies are in love with me, basically, because I smell like poop. That's the canonical reason for Fly Love actually working, right? Cancer, great trinket. You know, okay, why not buy the Steam sale is really what I'm going to tell myself there. Might as well pick up the Spirit Heart, even though I'm almost certain that we will lose it by the end of the floor. And I will buy the Tarot card as well. It's the Hermit. That saves us a key on the next floor. Fantastic. So, hopefully, we don't fight Greed on the next floor. It's almost like a mathematical certainty, I think, that we will fight Greed on the next floor. But if we somehow manage to avoid fighting Greed on the next floor, maybe we can pick up a Mom's Purse. Then we have Cancer and Polyphemus working in tandem to make the world a better place in this situation. I don't even know what Polyphemus is, by the way. Is Polyphemus like a medical thing? Is it a condition or a... I could just use able to hit these guys, but I need to focus on dodging as well. That's the problem inherent here. I want to get to the point where I can just one-shot a zombie. My shot speed is not high enough. I need to pick up any item in the game that is a shot speed up, which is apparently every item in the game. Oh no! I dodged so well, but then I got stuck between the rocks. That happens to me in Spelunky too. I'm just like, we'll make this really simple jump and then we'll be out of here. And then all of a sudden, I stuck in the middle and I can't get out. Okay, Abel, this is your time to shine here, buddy. If I could actually... Oh, okay. I don't think it's worth using Abel here. His shot speed is too low. There we go. That was a heinously long fight. Celtic Cross does give us some extra invincibility. I think that's borderline irrelevant once we have permanent Polaroid invincibility, which we're going to start using pretty damn soon. I don't like our chances on this run, honestly. Our damage is good enough. I would go so far as to call it great. Maybe even exceptional. It's basically entirely due to Polyphemus and, you know, the effects of rage when I can actually get it working. But our survivability is just too low. No HP upgrades makes me a very sad boy. I don't even know what I'm doing on the rest of this floor. Like, we've already discovered all of the important rooms. Maybe it's like Gone Home, you know? The more rooms we go to, the richer our experience will be. Or maybe the richer I will be. Because if we manage to find some... if we manage to find some tinted rocks or something, I could be convinced to not be so salty right now. But for right now, just a little bit too... cautious. Okay, so there's our second secret room. Did we already go to our secret room? Because I guess it's possible. Oh, there's so much good bombness in here. Please give me the small rock. We're going to get 2 keys for 2 bombs and then a spirit heart for our 3rd bomb. Okay, I guess we might as well come in here. You never know, maybe we'll get an Eternal Heart to give us an HP upgrade. It's a red chest. The red chest has teleported us to the Deal with the Devil room, and I can't justify taking either of those. I have been to the secret room. There's a bomb here. Can't remember what we got. So I guess that's going to do it for this floor. There is another kind of way to go, but I'm scared, so I'm not going to go there. And we're going to go down to the Depths Part 2. I mean, at least I hope it's the Depths Part 2. It could be the Necropolis, which would be terrible. We're going to pop the Hermit card right away. Wow, okay, so things went exactly according to plan there. We did get Mom's Purse, so we will be able to keep Cancer in addition to Polyphemus. That's actually really, really huge. I also bought a key, and I think I bought another Spirit Heart there. So... that's actually amazing. So we're going to be able to carry Cancer unless I end up picking up the Tick by accident. But even if I do, that's not the end of my game for once. And it may actually be something that's beneficial on some of these late game bosses that have a ton of HP. So I'm pretty pleased about the way that this has gone, in all honesty. I could really benefit from a defensive item now. Obviously, raw HP is something that I've been asking for a long time. But I could also really benefit... please, yes, thank you. Really benefit from a flying item, I think. Because my damage is so good, my health is so low, I really think that a flying item synergizes quite nicely with a lot of the items that I've been picking up so far. So there's a whole Spirit Heart down the drain just because of a really ineffective, shitty dodge. We're going to pick up some more bombs, though. We are going to be looking for, well, second secret room. Again, if we can end up picking up an Eternal Heart in there, I would be extraordinarily happy because it's effectively like finding a room with 3 Spirit Hearts that I can use for later. Now, we're not going to use Guppy's Paw in all likelihood at the end of this floor. We're going to save it for the end of the Womb Part 1 just in case we snag an HP upgrade there. Probably should not have even picked up that Eternal Heart yet. But I didn't want to, like, use a bomb to see what was in there and then use a bomb later as well. So I think that this... No! Okay, we're still good. Hopefully we can pick up another Spirit Heart very, very shortly. Make me feel a little bit better about the situation. This is I Found Pills. Might as well just take it. Arcade. Okay. I can't play the Blood Bank. Another reason I probably should have waited on this Eternal Heart. It could actually make a pretty major difference. There's another key. Since I can't play the Blood Bank, I'm just going to move on for now. There's another secret room for us. I can't afford to lose any more Spirit Hearts doing dumb things. In fact, I can't really afford to lose any more Spirit Hearts at all, lest I lose this Eternal Heart, which is of the utmost importance to me right now. So we'll just stay back. We got range necessary. We did get that speed plus range upgrade. I see the secret room there. Don't get me wrong. We're just going to sneak around. This is what I was hoping for. Okay, good. We're invincible for a brief period. Go to town. I can't get hit ever again. I'm going to get hit on the mom fight, if not before it. So You know, don't get your hopes up about this Eternal Heart. This is a mistake that I've made. It's going to cost me 3 Spirit Hearts in the end, which honestly might end up making a difference. Although I think our health is low enough that I don't think it would have made the difference against, like, Blue Baby or Isaac. But still, pretty terrible mistake. I'm still going to try to not get hit, of course. We'll see if that works out for us. Ghost Baby is another decent familiar to add to our collection. Might as well check out our secret room. Maybe it'll be a fortune teller and I'll get exceptionally lucky. It is not. That is greed, so I'm just going to back the fuck out of there. We're gonna be a little bit more. I got stuck on the damn key thing. No, now I don't need to go to the arcade. I was gonna go to the arcade and see if there was a fortune teller and play the shit out of that. So that was a total waste of an Eternal Heart. I'm sorry. Bad plays. But again, I got a little cocky. I thought maybe we'd get another Spirit Heart drop before things got out of hand. But obviously it didn't end up working out that way. And now I am very nearly dead. But again, we just need to survive long enough to use Guppy's Paw to at least have a chance. And I think we should be able to beat Mom relatively easily. What's in our arcade here? That's a Book of Revelations, which I am going to buy and just use once. If only we'd gone this direction instead of the other one. I'm going to take Necronomicon as well, because I don't want it. So I don't want it to show up later. We're going to go back and get some HP. This has been a badly mishandled run, but it's not necessarily outside of the realm of possibility for us to win yet. I'm okay with having a half Spirit Heart going into this fight. It's a little risky, but Polyphemus damage is good enough. We should be able to take care of Mom. I'm going to take a sip of this coffee I've been ignoring for the entire run. Maybe that is the difference. Maybe that'll make the difference, I guess I should say, between bad play and good play. I'm very happy to be fighting regular version of Mom, which should give me kind of an increased ability to succeed if I had to guess. Just because Red Mom, you know, my rate of fire is so low that I actually worry about being able to hit the body parts with efficiency. And Blue Mom obviously creates some of the more difficult enemies in the game. Whereas, you know, with the regular version of Mom, I can very easily one-shot basically any enemy that she summons, which makes me feel pretty good about this whole situation. Obviously, extra HP upgrade here. Please give me the ability to help me help you, game. I want to make you look good, and in order to make that happen, I need to live just a little bit longer. That'll do. Okay, that's Cat of Nine Tails. Probably not the exact item I was looking for. We'll definitely take the Polaroid. I guess I will take Cat of Nine Tails. The knockback makes it bad, but also the fact that it runs faster means that if I end up fighting like a Mask of Infamy or a bunch of zombies or something, I might have a better chance. So this is the final floor where we will not be using Guppy's Paw. In all likelihood, unless something remarkable happens. After this, we will be using Guppy's Paw. We'll be at 7 Spirit Hearts. So, plan the victory parade. We can get hit a total of 6 times without dying. Presumably, there will be some kind of Spirit Heart replenishment there, either in the way of Tinted Rocks or, you know, some kind of item. Poison Touch is a no-brainer, even though it's going to be a pain in the ass to fight these bosses here. We'll have 3. The third one is usually 2 Monstros, is it not? We'll go like Larry Jr.'s 1 Peep, 2 Monstros, or am I getting that confused with like a boss trap room? Oh, Chub. Chub Peep or Chub 2 Monstros? I can't remember. I so rarely go to these mob trap rooms. But, you know, Poison Touch is one of those items where if we don't get hit here, then it was basically essential for us to pick up Poison Touch, because every time we get hit, it'll allow us to do like 10% of a large boss's health. So it is 2 Monstros, yes. Either like 10% of a large boss's health, or if we get hit on a room that's not composed of, you know, a boss, we will just be able to tear through like spiders or whatever got in our way. Zombies as well, I think. Basically, it's just makes getting hit feel a little bit less bad. So, easy fight, and we will move on. No compass, no map, no a lot of things. I did, oh, I don't have permanent Polaroid invincibility yet, so I ran into them, and surprisingly, and very luckily, did not end up hurting myself too much, despite not having permanent Polaroid invincibility yet. I normally do have permanent Polaroid invincibility by this point. It depends sometimes. Yeah, not missing a lot of items that would normally be considered pretty important. Keep in mind, you know, okay, so what can I chalk up my not-so-greatness on this run to right now? Bad dodging is definitely number 1. But also, you know, I got good items, but I didn't get the good items I needed, which is to say that, you know, we only got 1 HP upgrade over the course of the entire game, did we not? Or maybe we got 2. One of them was from a golden chest, and then one of them I had traded for Guppy's Paw, the privilege of using it. But that was on, like, the 2nd floor. I really anticipated getting more HP upgrades than that by the time the day was through. So here's an interesting situation for us that I'm not very happy about. I don't want to use Guppy's paw yet, but if I get hit once, then I find myself only one hit away from death, and I have to face a very difficult decision, which is, you know, use Guppy's paw and possibly fuck yourself. I guess I could use Guppy's paw once, and that wouldn't be as bad, but I don't know. It's a tricky run. This is the last floor, thankfully, where I have to spend too much time thinking about, like, overarching Isaac's strategy. On the next floor, and all floors thereafter that I'm lucky enough to survive for, I can just, you know, try to survive. But on this one, I definitely need to keep a close eye on that Guppy's paw situation and make sure that it's working out effectively, and that I don't accidentally kill myself waiting to use an item, because that would be disappointing. Not that it would be the first time. Might as well play this bad boy once. Thank God for that luck up pill. We have that penny. This does give us... the other reason I did that is to put us at a half-heart interval, so we actually do have permanent Polaroid invincibility the next time we get hit, and hopefully I can do enough damage to an enemy to not have to worry about the possibility of using Guppy's paw. So I would love this nub to fire and hit Chubb. Just get hoisted by his own Bedard here. Doesn't appear that... Petard. It's not Bedard, it's Petard, right? I don't know. Captain Jean-Luc Petard. USS Enterprise. So we're going to come down here and play this thing a couple more times, because we have, you know, the invincibility necessary, and a single HP upgrade is obviously immensely valuable right now. You know, if we were able to get the blood bag, and then if we were able to get the blood bag, and then an HP upgrade from the boss, essentially that would be like doubling the amount of health we'd have when we leave this floor, which is pretty remarkable. I am going to go to the second secret room. Please don't be an Eternal Heart. I can't deal with that kind of pressure. It's a fortune teller. So we're going to play the shit out of this fortune teller, because it could potentially give us more spirit hearts. I don't really want any more trinkets. We have a luck upgrade, which should mean that I am going to win more often. But Crystal Ball would be interesting as well. Crystal Ball would be one of those items that I would not take yet, but then would take it immediately. Remember, we do have the battery, so I would take a Crystal Ball like immediately upon leaving this floor. So our tarot card is Justice. Definitely worth taking. I was hoping he'd give me a spirit heart. That's okay, though. We'll see. Steven lives. That's good to know, I suppose. We did pick up one spirit heart from this already. And again, remember, if we get 3 spirit hearts, that's the same as getting an HP upgrade, which I have basically listed as like the most important thing in the world for me. Basically, I'm going to gamble here. In the meantime, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Entertain yourself. Talk amongst yourselves. How was your day? My day's been pretty good. Countdown to rebirth continues. Few more plays here. I'm going to play until I run out of money. Normally, I'm not very... smart about my gambling would be one way to put it. Should probably pick up like the lucky toe just to hold on to for now. I'm just going to keep the Polaroid as well, just in case the tick drops, because I want to make sure. I guess it doesn't really matter. So there's Mom's Pearl. We have the Magician card, which I'm just going to pop. I don't think it's very important, and I just want to kind of get it off the map and out of my sight. So just keep this up again. We're at 7 cents left. I can't believe we've only gotten 1 spirit heart and no really useful trinkets. But it's okay. Obviously, we'll take the cancer trinket out of here when we're done, but I was kind of hoping that we wouldn't be done quite yet. Safety cap, or sorry, Liberty cap, interesting item. Could give us a compass ability, but the cancer trinket is probably a little bit more valuable right now. Beautiful. Maggie's Faith. But then we'd have to roll with Guppy's Paw every floor. I still think Cancer's a little bit better. Maggie's Faith is like 3 spirit hearts per floor. Assuming we don't lose them. But I would lose them, because Guppy's Paw would take it. This is such a strange situation to be dealing with. Sure. Let's try Maggie's Faith in the Polaroid, just because it's really weird. And I kind of like that. I don't know how this is going to work. If Eternal Hearts give you the same 3 hearts that a Spirit Heart gives you, or the same 3 hearts that a regular heart container gives you, that's super useful. I like that a lot. But if it doesn't, then I might have just essentially thrown the Cancer Trinket away for no good reason. But, you know, we'll, as usual, cross that bridge when we come to it. It's always important. If you're going to lose an Isaac, which is looking fairly likely that we will here, it's important to learn something. And I'm hoping that we learn something very important here. So again, this blood bank, I refuse to not have it pay out. I will go fucking invincible balls to the wall on this thing many a time. And thankfully, we're getting enough money to invest in... I guess we can go back and invest in that fortune teller again. I didn't blow it up, did I? That would have been silly, but also understandable. So, another room down. I know there's a little bit of health on this floor that I can draw from. I don't want to yet, though. I want to save that just until I know where we stand on this floor, because I am in kind of a bad spot here. Actually, this makes it a little bit easier. Okay, now we can do exactly the same thing I've been doing for a little while here. We'll go back, play it once, and then we should be able to... We didn't get an... Oh, we did! Okay, so I was going to say we didn't get invincibility, which is true, but it didn't matter because we didn't need it because we got to the blood bag on the very next play. Beautiful. Oh, and Spirit Heart Larry Jr. Okay. This is where all of a sudden this run coalesces, and maybe all of our hard work and dedication and sacrifice earlier can come through for us here and make some really beautiful things happen. But let's see. Conquest is a tough fight, but this happens so often. Like, I hold on to Guppy's Paw for so long, and then I end up trading Guppy's Paw for Conquest. I don't know why he seems to show up all the goddamn time lately. But, you know, Conquest is an ability to fly. Well, White Pony is an ability to fly. So just put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. All around the world, statues crumble for me, etc., etc. Pretty deep song if you think about it. Probably like one of the best songs of that millennium. I mean, I'm not familiar with Gregorian chants or anything like that, but that would be my estimation. So, only the real Conquest gets slowed. All Conquests take damage, though. This has been until then, it had been a very good fight. Probably should have run in and done some permanent Polaroid invincibility action to him there. With Poison Touch, which remember I do have, even though I haven't really used it effectively yet. There we go, this will do it. Alright, so a little bit of extra help, but most importantly, Conquest. Or White Pony. Don't leave without using Maggie's Faith. Holy shit, that would have been bad. Alright, so now we have 9 Spirit Hearts. It's remarkable that I'm excited about the fact that we have 9 Spirit Hearts, but it actually is... Wait, I'm supposed to take Guppy's Paw with me in this situation. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about this anymore. The ability to fly is such a good bonus for us that I think it might be worth it, but I fucked myself out of permanent Polaroid invincibility. There's ways to make it work even if you do not have only Spirit Hearts. You can still, like with Poison Touch, just run up and hit them with your poison ability pretty quickly, but I don't know. Is this going to be smart or stupid? It was probably stupid. If I can go back in time and not be such a ding-dong and remember that, you know, White Pony is an active item, I would definitely do it. Oh, I guess at this point, we might as well just keep taking HP upgrades. Thank God that didn't stop me from being able to go into this room, although it was kind of a trash room anyway. So I did use White Pony's active effect there to hopefully help this out. Yeah, it's really stupid to me. There's, like, no real defense that I can offer for myself except for the fact that I'm oftentimes absent-minded, both in Isaac and in life. But this could still be a winnable run. We essentially did get the cash out from Guppy's Paw. We traded 1 Red Heart container for it several floors ago, and we got 9 Spirit Hearts in return. So it was a long-term investment that I would say paid off, although maybe not in the best possible dividends that it could have. But if we persevere, then it won't matter, will it? That's the important part. History is written by the winners and the commenters, so that scares me a little bit. But the fact that I can fly, huge benefit. This is yet another monumentally long Isaac run. Nothing necessarily wrong with that, though. Seems like we've been having a lot of those lately as I've been playing a little bit more prudently and also getting some items that are not necessarily as traditionally strong, shall we say. For example, when was the last time I got Mom's Knife on an Isaac run that was actually recorded for the channel? On the NLSS, I got one, but Mom's Knife apparently doesn't show up all that often on my actual vanilla games anymore. The game ebbs and flows like that. I almost wonder if it's like the troll engine is like, well, it's September. September is like Conquest extravaganza. Never fought Conquest before? Well, boot up the Binding of Isaac because he's got a 50% increased spawn rate. Mom's Knife isn't going to spawn fucking ever. That would be interesting, to say the least. I really don't like that I gave up Guppy's Paw to pick up Conquest. I mean, I love the ability to fly. Don't get me wrong. It's a great ability. And, you know, to some extent, the fact that we have Celtic Cross is going to compensate for that lack of Guppy's Paw permanent Spirit Heartness, because I am going to get invincibility like once every 3 times I get hit, but it's not the same. Not the same at all. This is a long floor, but again, thanks to this, I'm doing some good stuff. I'm just trying to see if I can hit this guy without causing problems to myself. I don't have any, like, orbitals or anything. Like, his range is, like, better than mine, and his shot speed is better. How is that possible? Fuck it. I'll use a bomb to take him out. Not the easiest way to do it, but... Or it is the easiest way to do it, not the most prudent way to do it, shall we say. Alright, Lust. Get lined up, and I'll knock him down. That poison should do a lot of damage. Conquest, or I should say White Pony, not the best item to get with the bat. Oh, come on. Not the best item to get in conjunction with the battery, but I'll take it. Balls of Steel. Speed up. That's actually okay. We will be able to use the pony's active effect a little bit more often, which is nice because obviously we have Poison Touch as well. But the reason I took Maggie's Faith is because I was like, oh, an extra 3 Spirit Hearts per floor. That's actually pretty sizable. That could be an enormous boost for me. There's another Polaroid. We could take 2 Polaroids. I actually think the game doesn't allow you to do that. That was the worst dodging. I seem to remember trying to do it, and the game was just like, what are you, stupid? What are you going to do with 2 Polaroids? Double the invincibility? Exponentially more invincibility? Okay, we're good. A little scary. Little Gish, one of the greatest Gertie Jr. fighters of all time. Oh, don't get hit again, please. Big Gertie Jr., you gotta die, man. I am losing so much health. We're gonna beat Mom's hard, almost certainly. But beyond that, beating Isaac seems like it's gonna be a goddamn nightmare, although we're not firing super quickly, which is actually a benefit in that situation. Alright, so let's actually start doing damage to these guys. Kind of stood still a little bit longer than I was comfortable with. It's okay, though. Obviously, this guy's got some problems. Now let's handle his friend as well, who has not been hit at all yet, I believe. But the bombs do more damage than the Polyphemus shot, so he's basically his own worst enemy here. Another one of the best songs of the millennium. Lit. Whatever happened to those guys? They made My Own Worst Enemy. They made that music video with Pamela Anderson. I think it was called Miserable, and then they were miserable, I guess, at the end. Or maybe they're doing really well for themselves on Rock Band royalties. I have no idea. Probably shouldn't judge. I mean, I'm sitting here playing the Binding of Isaac in my underwear for the 609th time. 608th? 609th? I don't know. 600 Mambo number 5th. That doesn't even make any sense. Anyone else think like Leslie Feist? You know, she did that 1, 2, 3, 4 song. Member of Broken Social Scene. Maybe she's more of a thing in Canada, but I thought she was like a crossover success. She should do Mambo number Feist with her own kind of like raspy vocals. Not raspy, wispy vocals. Ethereal quality, one could say. I think that would be a really nice art house touch to an underappreciated classic by Sir Lou Bega. I always forget where Lou Bega's from. He's one of those like artists from that weird Latin, or Latin, I was going to say Latina, but obviously Lou Bega is not in the same class as Jennifer Lopez, either from an artistic sense or, you know, based on the size of his gametes. But, yeah, I always think that those artists are from, like, Spain or Mexico or Costa Rica or somewhere in Central America or South America. And then you look it up and you're like, he's from, like, Portland? Really? It's like the Larry the Cable Guy situation all over again. I am very, very close to basically being fucked. With the items that I have, I don't have many outs, is maybe the polite way to put this. I need to get more than I've got, and there's not many opportunities to get it. But hopefully, we'll be able to persevere. If I could beat Isaac, it would be an enormous coup. Fighting war is not so bad. These bombs don't run. They don't really... I'm not going to run from them anyway. We have enough speed necessary to easily take care of war once he enters his second phase, by the way. I'm not sure what else he's going to... Oh, no, he actually managed to hit me with that? I lost my Maggie's Faith heart, so Cancer would have actually been probably preferable to Maggie's Faith, which gave me 1 eternal heart. And, oh, Jesus, we're like 1 floor away from... Or 1 hit away from death. Health up. Balls of Steel, that's even better. That's what I wanted from the last one. We now have a slight chance if we go up against Isaac, I suppose. I will fight the Widow all day, every day, if that's the room you want to give me. This is the easiest room, one of the easiest rooms at least, that we could possibly run into. This is not the right way to go. That is hopefully effective in fighting Loki. One of the Lokis, anyway. I hate dealing with this room Like, Loki's relatively easy to fight as a boss, but as like an individual room, he's a pain in the dick. He takes forever, and he can hit you when you're close to him. The bomb flies explode, so we're just going to say fuck you, Loki, even though I was like halfway through that and I used the pony's active effect. I don't care. We still got some charge on the item via the battery. I really honestly do think we have a chance against Isaac. Despite having no orbitals, very little health, not that much damage, and no ability to build rage against him. You know, I feel like Harry in, or I guess it's Lloyd in Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance. I genuinely think there is a small but not imperceptible chance that we could succeed, but I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Jeez. Are we? Yes, okay. That was scary. I thought for sure I was going to get hit there. We do have Pony's active effect. We've reached another dead end. But if I can get this bombfly to explode near the door, I could just leave. Or I could just get him, I could just kill every enemy as well, which actually seems a lot easier now. Please don't get hit at the end and make me eat my words. There we go. So we picked up another bomb there. Do we have good bombs? No, we have normal bombs. Totally average fucking bombs, don't we? Pony's active effect was totally useless there, but I wanted to make sure I didn't take damage. So maybe not totally useless. And someone up there must like us because we are now rolling in spirit hearts again. There's a library. Shit, man. I don't know what I could pot. Book of Belial. Would I take that over the ability to fly? I kind of feel like I have to roll with the white pony because I've committed so much to it at this point. Like, I gave up Guppy's paw and decided perfect permanent Polaroid invincibility to take it. So I kind of feel like I'd be selling out to a certain extent if I did it this way. But, okay, maybe there's something in there I can use. 2 Books of Sin. This actually is really bad because you can't actually pick up the other Book of Sin and get an item from it. As far as I know, I've done it before. I probably should have, you know, fact-checked myself live there. We have a second secret room, which at this point, please just be like one of those red heart rooms that's just full of red hearts, but replace the red hearts with spirit hearts, and we might stand a goddamn chance in hell. Well, okay, in some ways, I guess it is kind of like that. We will explode our way out of this room to hopefully get closer to the... Hey! Crystal ball! Crystal ball. This tells us how to get to the boss room. 2 of diamonds you might as well take. Sure, I'll take crystal ball instead of the white pony because it occasionally gives us a spirit heart, but it always gives us the compass, and I have the battery, so I should be able to... Oh, that's slowdown. I should be able to use it a little bit more effectively than white pony. As much as I love white pony, this is basically like a Book of Revelations plus a compass. I kind of gotta open this up, right? Oh, well, maybe I didn't. It's kind of like a Book of Revelations plus a compass that could really benefit us, in all honesty. I feel like white pony is like, you know, let's just live a noble life and then die. Crystal ball is like, no, fuck that. We're going to put on journeys, don't stop believing. We're going to be that small town girl living in a lonely world. And we're going to find that midnight train going anywhere. And we're going to take it. It's not going to go nowhere. It's going to go somewhere. And that somewhere is to the chest. Where we're then going to get mom's knife, epic fetus, fetus in a jar. All the fetus items, basically. We're going to get all the fetuses and put them inside of our body and absorb their powers by the end of this game. So I've taken a lot of damage here. I'm not proud of myself. Crystal ball's ready, though, and that gave us another spirit hearts. So the moment of truth here, there's going to be several of those coming in rapid succession, but one of the big moments of truth is going to be beating Isaac. Assuming we can beat Isaac, then we go down to the chest. We'll be able to get the crystal ball up as soon as possible, snag a spirit heart. Also, of course, the items are of the utmost importance once we get down to the chest. But, you know, find out the correct way to go, and, you know, starting to realize that if I had not misplayed this run fairly drastically, we actually would have a pretty good chance of success here. There's another spirit heart down. So this is a big moment. Don't get me wrong. We'll see what we can do against Isaac. Hopefully we'll get a crystal ball during the fight. It's going to require some... Oh, we have a crystal ball already, and it gave us another spirit heart. Pretty big. All right, now Celtic Cross. Yeah, it's your time to shine, Celtic Cross. Poison the fuck out of him. Hit him with everything you got, and then as it's about to go away... Drop another bomb in there. And don't get hit ever again. That's my next strategy. Oh, well, we run in and poison him again. So, we're very unlikely to get another battery charge in this room. We'd have to survive for so long that he would probably be dead by then. I think. Oh, well, we're 2/3 of the way there, but we're also, you know, 2/3 of the way or 3/4 of the way towards death. So, don't get hit again, like the Who song, and you should be okay. Overall, though, I think it's fair to say that this run feels a little bit like a missed opportunity. Like, I definitely, if I die here, which is looking pretty likely, I could have done better. My own mistakes have kind of sunk me here. To a certain extent, it sucks. Oh, I really thought that was just going to swing right by me. Well, thanks for watching nonetheless. I really feel like I could have done better on that run. To a certain extent, just like not taking so much damage on the depths part 1 and the depths part 2. But in any case, it was fun nonetheless. I always love getting Polyphemus early. It made a Samson run tolerable. Remember that he is one of the worst characters in the game by most people's estimation, including the almighty BidSnap. Go check out Namastack. YouTube.com/Namastack, Namaztak, for more Binding of Isaac tip videos that are awesome. And that's how I learned about that IV bag, blood bag thing, which is probably the least applicable of the tips that I've learned from his videos, which should tell you something. But again, as always, if you enjoyed the video, please consider showing your support in the form of a like or a comment showing what I could have done better, hopefully as civilly as you possibly can. I'm going to sneeze, so I'm going to end the video right now. But thanks for watching. It's been fun. I'll see you next time. I fucking told you!